are we? Welcome, welcome. We have about 1 minute left here. So shoot out any last minute messages to anyone who you don't see on this call that you know was excited to be here with us tonight. I am super, super excited to get started and to share some really awesome information with all of you and to hear some really powerful stories. So send out those last minute messages. I'm going to shake up some Very Enchanted here. If you are plugging in, turn those cameras on for us so I can see your smiling faces, your waving Zoom hands. Let us know where you're plugging in from in the chat. I'm going to shake this up and we'll get started in just a minute. Awesome. Awesome. I see more people jumping on. I love it. Yes, Very Enchanted is delicious. Let me know if you're drinking ketones already. Let me know what your favorite flavor is in that chat and what your favorite benefit is. If you're new, brand new to this ketone conversation, let me know. Say new in the chat. We want to see you are the most important person in the room. Awesome. Cool. It is 8:30 on the dot here on the East Coast. So I am actually going to get started. I am Coach Becca, if you don't already know me, and I'm plugging in from New Hampshire. It was beautiful out here today. I got to get some sunshine on my face. I got to sit outside. But we're going to have a big snowstorm on Friday. So it is going to be freezing again, but we're getting ready for spring and I'm excited for it. I am a mom of a teenage boy. I am a newlywed, super, super excited about that. And I'm also a certified personal trainer and a sports nutritionist. So I have been drinking and sharing ketones for over 3 years now, since November of 2018. And I actually was the biggest skeptic out there. I don't know if there's any skeptics on here. Let me know. I was the biggest skeptic in the world because of my background. I knew the science behind what it took to get into ketosis. And I said, there's no way that a little packet like that can do what you say it does when I first was introduced to them. So, but since I have been drinking and sharing this conversation, they have completely changed my life and I have witnessed them change many, many others' lives as well. So what we're going to be talking about here tonight is a technology that is sweeping the health and wellness industry. And it's a total game changer for the fitness fanatics and athletes who are seeking optimal performance. And we are leading this conversation. The community here is leading this conversation. So when we're done here tonight, you're going to have a better understanding of the power of this technology and how to implement it into a health journey so that you can maximize your experience as well as optimize your performance. You're going to be able to hear some stories here tonight from real life people, our friends who have been drinking ketones and have had amazing experiences since they started implementing these into their daily routine. So what is it that we're talking about? I've said it a few times. Maybe you're on here and you've never heard about these before. These are pure therapeutic ketones. It is a technology that actually biohacks your body into a state of ketosis, which means better mood, better energy, better focus, mental clarity, fat loss, muscle preservation, better sleep, better skin, better digestion. They are bioidentical, so it actually, your body recognizes them as if it created them theirself. They work 100% of the time. They're not on trial, no matter what diet you are doing, whether it's keto or low carb, these still put you into a state of ketosis. And if you're an athlete, then some athletes should be eating carbs and utilizing them and around their training, right? They should be implementing them for their training like I do. I love my oatmeal. I love my sweet potatoes. and I love my ketones, and I still get all of the benefits, even though I don't do the keto diet. So our technology is patent protected. It's all natural. And it comes in a liquid form or a powder form. I actually have this liquid form here next to me right here. If you know these are amazing. Keto in a can, right? This is instant ketosis. You drink, I say faces on here saying, ooh, give me one of those. If you drink one of these, you feel the benefits immediately. One of these can take up to 59 minutes. But if you've ever done the keto diet, drop keto in the chat, okay? Because I have a background in bodybuilding as well. And I know what it takes to get into a state of ketosis. It could take up to 2 weeks to get your body into a state of ketosis. There's only 3 ways to get into ketosis. First is the keto diet, under 25 grams of carbs a day. You can't even look at a donut or you'll be kicked out of ketosis. And it could take you up to 2 weeks to get back into a state of ketosis. So it can be really challenging, really difficult. I see some faces on here, tongues sticking out, heads shaking. No, like that ain't for me either, promise you, right? The other way is to do extended fasting. And that wasn't for me either until I had our technology in my hand. So extended fasting can get you into a state of ketosis as well, or drinking exogenous ketones. So what are the benefits for athletes, right? We're here tonight to talk a little bit more about what the benefits of ketones and athletes are, right? And the reason that an athlete would want to use ketones is because it's going to improve their performance by optimizing the cell to work at its fullest potential. So each cell has a little receptor that is waiting for a ketone to connect to it. And if it doesn't, then it's not optimized. And so when you drink ketones, it can connect to that cell. It will function at its fullest performance, right? Another reason is because you're going to see increased power in your performance, as well as mental focus while you're performing. So my favorite benefit is I get up and I drink one of these about 30 minutes before I go to work out. All of my brain fog is gone, right? I can even go and work out fasted, and it's almost like I ate an entire meal. I still have the strength, the energy, the power to lift as much as I did, right? I don't feel weak. I don't feel depleted. I don't feel tired or exhausted. So another reason is because of overall recovery. If you're a high endurance athlete, or if you are a high performance athlete, you know that recovery is key, right? Recovery is almost as important as the exercise that you're doing, if not more important. So ketones can actually benefit for sleep. They can help you to rest and recover. These also have some amino acids that help with muscle repair. So that is super beneficial for your recovery as well. And they actually can help with, if you heard during those benefits, muscle preservation, right? So ketones actually can themselves increase muscle protein synthesis. So they directly stimulate muscle protein synthesis. So they help with maintaining and preserving any kind of lean muscle. So for me, when I was in a bodybuilding competition and I implemented ketones, they helped me to maintain and preserve that muscle that I worked so hard for, even when I was in a calorie deficit and I was looking to shed as much body fat as possible. Ketones helped me to suppress my appetite, suppress my cravings, as well as get into a deeper calorie deficit, but maintain and preserve that muscle, that sweet, sweet muscle that I worked so hard for, right? So love them for that reason. So another reason is because they are anti-catabolic. So they help to prevent that muscle breakdown. So when we are aging, you have muscle breakdown, as well as when you're tearing up your muscles in the gym or during a workout, right? So they help to prevent that. So as an athlete, we do have another product here that I want to talk about and touch on, Mitoplex. This is our upgraded electrolyte. It is an upgraded formula. It has MitoP2Q in it, which actually is for the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, right? These are important and imperative when you're drinking ketones. These have a natural diuretic effect. So these help to prevent any kind of dehydration symptoms. They also have a little bit of creatine in there for that muscle preservation as well. And CMed 100, which is DNA repair. If you're working out and you're sweating or you're doing any kind of fitness and activity, you want to make sure that you drink at least 1 to 2 of these a day to replenish those electrolytes that you are losing. So with that said, I have a few people on here who are athletes, and athletes and fitness fanatics like myself. They're going to share their story with you because I shared enough of the science. I'm a science geek, a science nerd, but I know how powerful it is to hear from people who are actually implementing and utilizing the technology. So the first person that I'm going to have share is my friend Morgan. I think she's on here. There you are, Morgan. What's going on, girl?
Hi, guys. How is everyone tonight? Thanks, Coach Becca. Hi, Sally. Oh, I love it. Hi, guys. How are you? I hope you guys are having a great night. Like Coach Becca said, my name is Morgan. I live in New Jersey, where it was 69 degrees today. Absolutely beautiful. And it is going to be 37 tomorrow. So Mother Nature doesn't know what she wants, but spring is coming in New Jersey, and I'm so excited for it. So I am a health and fitness person. I have been in health and fitness my entire life. At one point or another, I wanted to be a trainer. I wanted to be a nutritionist. So I have just loved health and nutrition forever. I've played soccer throughout my entire life. I was very active. So my goal was always just to be in the best shape I could be. Throughout my entire life. I am a teacher. I teach kindergarten through second, and currently I am working with 18 to 21-year-olds with multiple disabilities. So I am always on the go. So health and fitness is something that is super important for me to show up for myself and my students. I am also a new mom to a 16-month-old that is now walking all over the place. So it's a lot. It's a lot of exercise. So before ketones, I was doing all of this stuff and just eating healthier, making smarter choices. I was drinking the pre-workout, working out 5 to 6 days a week, working 120 hours a week. And fitness was my escape for my mental health. I would go and work out for maybe an hour to 2 hours at the gym. And then I became a new mom. And with becoming a new mom, those of you, if you are a mom, it doesn't matter how old your little babies are, drop a 1 in the chat. You know that being a mom, it's a new body. It's just you're finding yourself again. You're going through postpartum. There were so many things that I was going through, and I didn't even have ketones yet. So seeing a ton of 1s in here, would love to know the ages of your babies. So I was going through all of this, and I was still working out because I knew that was my escape from my mental health. But then postpartum crept back in, and I just had no motivation to even want to get out of bed. I see 14, 9, 18, 6, 5, 3, and 1, 17, 6. Wow, 7, 5, and 3. And I only have 1 baby, and geez, I am walking all over the place with him. So postpartum really creeped back in for me, and I just didn't even have the motivation to get out of bed. My escape, which was fitness, I didn't even want to do it anymore. I was making every excuse in the book to just not work out. And I came across a post from one of my friends who was giving out a free 5-pack for Teacher Appreciation Week. So I dropped that Apple emoji. She sent them to me. And by day 2, I was hooked. I got my energy back. I got my mood back. I had the fat loss, which was a great added benefit. And someone who was always into health and fitness and enjoyed eating healthier, I still loved my carbs, like Coach Becca said. I love my pastas, my oatmeals, and I've never done the keto diet. I've tracked my food before, but I always failed at it. Within a week and a half, I was done tracking. I was focusing too much on the numbers. So the keto diet for me was too much. These ketones, I was able to get myself into ketosis in 59 minutes or less with so many added benefits, but it brought so much back into my health and fitness journey. It gave me the endurance back from my workouts. I had that clean source of energy where I don't even need to take my pre-workout anymore because of these drinks. I was able to lift heavier. Getting back into the gym, I'm starting to lift heavier. I'm not crashing after my workouts. And I'm also happy, like Coach Becca mentioned, that muscle preservation is amazing. I don't know if we have any other health and fitness gurus in here, but if you take a week off, that hard-earned muscle that you work so hard for, you can start to lose it. It might take you a while to get it, but it's really fast to fall off. So I'm so happy with these drinks that all of that muscle I've worked hard to get stays on my body. And I have that focus and mental clarity zoned in. So I just feel so zoned in all of my workouts. I actually just completed our 60-hour reboot, which is our 2.5-day fast. I finished it this morning. And yesterday I was able to do a class at the gym and I didn't even feel like I was hungry because of the ketones. I felt like I did have that full meal. I wasn't dizzy. I wasn't getting shaky from the workouts. I felt full because our ketones are replenishing our bodies with so many of those benefits that we need. I have that better mindset. So I am so happy that I found these ketones. My only regret is that I didn't find them sooner. And I will never go a day without these because they have given so much back in my life, especially in the health and fitness journey.
Oh my gosh, you guys, show her some love in the chat. That was amazing. What a testimonial. Man, yes, babies change everything. Children change everything. And finding that motivation to get those workouts done is not always an easy thing. Even if you're a health and fitness guru or a fanatic, not every day is a day that we want to jump up and go running outside. I have a friend who's going to share here next who, I don't know, he makes it look fun, but he runs some long distances and he's been implementing ketones into his training lately. And it's just been really awesome to see. So we're going to hear from my friend Chris next. What's going on, Chris?
I guess I must be the crazy runner. So hi guys, it's good to meet everybody, see everybody. Thanks Coach Becca for inviting me tonight. I appreciate it. She said I only had 3 minutes. She doesn't know me very well. I'll try to keep it short, I promise. But my name's Chris Mogee. I live in Guilford, New Hampshire. Yes, it is snowy, going to be snowing tomorrow or Friday, whenever it's coming. But when Morgan was talking about New Jersey, it got me to think all about my New Jersey roots growing up in New Jersey. And, you get a little bit of snow, but nothing too crazy like New Hampshire. But we're getting through these crazy, crazy runs. A little bit about me. Back, I would say in 2015, believe it or not, I weighed about 250 pounds and I was unhappy in my marriage, unhappy in my life, unhappy in a lot of areas. And for me, I'm glad Morgan talked about the therapeutic and the mental health benefits of exercise and running. And boy, I got hooked fairly quickly. A friend of mine told me, he said he would talk about his running journey. And I said, wait, why not? I'll give it a shot. And look at me years later. So now I'm down, in the 170s. I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm going to be 50 this year. I'm a father of 3. I have 1 grandson. This past year, 2021 was a tough year personally, but let's just say in March, I experienced going through a divorce after 27 years of marriage. And for me, back in March, I hit the gym hard. For me, that was my therapy, the gym, going out for a run. And I am looking forward to this year in October. I'm training for the Chicago Marathon 2022 in October. It'll be my 2nd marathon. But I knew I needed something after my first marathon in Dublin, Ireland. I got a chance to go in 2018 and run in Dublin, Ireland. Beautiful country, beautiful people. So this year, especially as I was going through my training and going through my runs, there's a lot of days when I would start my day off with a run, and then my coach would want me to get into the gym and start my workout. Halfway through the workout, I am wiped. I'm telling you, I would just be laying on the gym mat, trying to recover, get into the next exercise. And wondering how my coach is putting these exercises for me, thinking, man, he actually wants to kill me today because I didn't think I could do it. So along comes October. I'll fast forward October this past year, 2021, getting to know Coach Becca and her husband, Jesse, and understanding, okay, what's all these ketones about? And of course, I was looking specifically for something that would help me in my training, with my energy, with my focus, especially because the end of each running season, the way it's been, I would go hard, I would work out hard, I would train anywhere from 800 to 1,000 miles a year, sometimes 1,200, even on the highest years of training. And usually the end of my seasons of running would look like cryotherapy, ice baths. Recovery was always a long and arduous process. But back in October, I was introduced to ketones. I believed in Coach Becca, what she said, just give it a try. So I gave it a try. I would drink the ketones with the Mitoplex, and I would go for my run in about within an hour. Next thing I know, week down the road, I'm like, I'm actually starting to see the difference. And the difference was definitely better energy. I would go into the gym, I would be crushing these workouts, and my coach would be emailing me saying, hey, I've been noticing you're increasing your weights and things like that. How are you feeling? I'm like, I'm feeling great. He goes, what are you doing differently? Let me tell you. So telling him my journey and my story, and yeah, he bought a few trial packs, and who knows, he's a coach of an organization of thousands of runners all around the United States, but especially internationally too. So we're talking back and forth about that, and that's a good little connection there. But a little bit more about my journey is this. All I can say is it has truly helped what I'm looking for. I've been looking at this and using this, been looking for it for quite a while now, for the last few months. It's definitely helping me getting through my double days of working out, getting through the gym, getting through my sets that I need to get done, but especially getting through the miles that I've been putting on lately. Last week, I did a 12-mile run. I just had my little bottle and my Mitoplex, my little electrolytes going with me, and I felt great. Just me and my time, being able to get through that. But one of the benefits that I'm really seeing, and that's been truly helping, is this. I've been putting on a lot of miles lately with really not having the need to go to the cryotherapy chamber. Not having to take as many ice baths. I would suffer a lot from, I have 50-year-old knees coming up. So I would go through a lot of what's called runner's knees, with a lot of, I guess the way they can describe it is tendonitis, knee tendonitis. If you ever experience knee tendonitis, it's not fun. And it takes you out for a couple of weeks, and you pretty much have to just rest. No knee tendonitis. And I haven't rested for 800-900 miles recently. Usually I would take a couple of months off. I haven't had the need to take the winter off. So yes, I'm that crazy one that if you see me out in the snowy streets of New Hampshire, I'm the one that's out there running. October is going to be here soon enough, with a little bit of help of ketones and some more with the Mitoplex, and really the encouragement of the community here. I know I'm going to crush that goal of 3 hours and 30-minute marathon. We'll see.
Absolutely. And we are all cheering you on. You'll have a whole community clapping and cheering for you. Amazing, amazing shares. You guys, show them both some love in the chat. And I just want to touch base on the fact that these, like, if you heard them, they both talked about the mental aspect, right? They both talked about how powerful this tool is for them mentally. And that is huge, right? So These are not like, it's not a magic whoop overnight kind of thing. But what this does is one packet will fuel your brain better, which will make you want to do better and be better. You'll feel better. So you'll make better choices, right? You don't have to be a wild fitness guru or fanatic like us. You don't have to be a crazy 12-mile runner like Chris, right? But if you start adding these into your day 1 to 2 times a day, you're going to feel better and your brain will be fueled. It's actually an energy source for your brain, and it will be fueled with an all natural energy source. And you might find you want to get up and go for a walk. You might find that you want to do some body weight movement in your house. You might find you want to turn on the tunes and start dancing for 30 minutes and moving your body a little bit more. You might find that your diet changes, right? We're not asking you to go all out and change everything, but simply just start applying these in your daily routine and see how you feel. Listen to your body, right? Listen to your body and utilize these as a tool and see how you feel. So maybe you're on here and you haven't even gotten a chance to try these yet. And you're thinking, wow, that does sound pretty good. I think I could start using that in my daily routine. Well, we have some awesome ways for you to get started. We have some good, better, best bundles that whoever invited you to this call can explain for you. They are an awesome way to test out these products. Let your body be the lab. See how these can help your training. See how these can help your fitness journey. See how these can benefit you and how better shows up in your life, right? We also have the opportunity for you to put some product on SmartShip, which will actually get you 22% off going forward. So you'll never have to pay full price for your ketones, which is amazing. And if you share this with a couple of friends, then you could potentially get your ketones for free, which is awesome. Yes, you heard Chris say he was sharing it with his coach, right? And you see a ton of smiling faces on here because we've all been sharing this. I've been drinking ketones for free since the first month that I started drinking them. You could never have to pay for this product that makes you feel so amazing and has so many awesome benefits, right? And so there's another benefit. And so we're going to shift gears just a little bit here. When I got started, I actually didn't have a product story, y'all. I got started in November of 2018. I was first introduced in February, and I said no. I said thanks, but no thanks. That's good for you, but not for me because I know better, right? With my background, I already knew better. But what happened was I watched somebody else's journey for 8 or 9 months, and I witnessed the results that they received. And my fitness business, I had a fitness business, personal training. Around the holidays, it really slowed down. I was a single mom, and I was in a position where people were not purchasing personal training packages. They were like, I'll wait until after the new year, right? Clients had fallen off. People were going, they didn't care about their nutrition. They were going to holiday parties, eating holiday cookies. That's the stuff they were worried about. They didn't have extra money to spend on themselves for health because they wanted to put Christmas gifts under the Christmas tree, right? And I had more money going out in bills than I did coming in. And so we ended up in New Hampshire in my house running out of heating fuel, and it was freezing cold. My son had to put his winter jacket on, and he was asking when we were going to get heat back. And I had to tell him I didn't know. Never mind how we were going to put food on the table or how we were going to put Christmas presents under the tree, right? And so I called my best friend, which also happens to be that crazy person that had been drinking them for 8 or 9 months already, but he loved and cared about me enough to tell me that there's an opportunity here to make money if you want it. And I had nothing else to lose, right? I have a passion for helping people. I have a passion for helping people see results and reach their goals and feel better. And so I said, let's go to work. And so I started sharing this conversation without even having a product story. So maybe you're on here and you're hearing this conversation and you're like, I haven't drank them yet, but yet you hear the value in this. I shared it without having a product story because I had somebody else's story, right? And you just heard a couple stories. So I started sharing this and I ended up being able to generate an income 7.5 times more than I needed to put into my heating tank. And so that was huge for me. Like that was huge. But what was more important to me was the stories that were rolling in. As I started sharing this conversation at a higher level, there were people who were letting me know that they were having streaks of amazing days when they usually were struggling with seasonal, mood issues. They were letting me know that they were showing up for their kids better. They were showing up, with more energy and more zest for life. People who were shedding unnecessary body fat, 16 pounds in a couple of weeks, right? And that really fired me up to really share this at a higher level. And so I have a friend on here who I've actually never heard her story before, but from what I hear, her story is very similar to my story. And so I'm excited to hear from Jean about how she shares this conversation at a higher level.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Coach Becca. I'm so excited to be on here. I'm actually pretty new to Prove It Ketones. I was very similar to you too. I was kind of the stalker. I'm like watching it. And I'm like, man, like my girl, she lost 35 pounds. And I was like, okay, because I have 3 kids, 13, 3 and 11 months, baby weight, and basically desperation brought me in. Like I wanted to lose my baby weight. So that's kind of what got me here. But before ketones, it was really different. I've been a personal trainer for over 11 years, everything from like Pilates to CrossFit, Olympic lifting, powerlifting. Like your girl likes weights. Like I want to lift heavy. That's my passion. And I put my body through the ringer. A little bit before I got into fitness was kind of my catalyst into it. I was in a really bad car accident. And this is actually very important to my story because I broke like 36 bones, I want to say. It was, a lot in my foot. So don't try to do the math, but like I broke my leg, shoulder, like it was pretty bad. Like I had to relearn how to walk, a lot of issues with that. I was told I was going to have all these permanent issues. And I was just like, I don't take no for an answer. And I think that's really important, especially, being where I am with Prove It today. I got into health and fitness. I started, being like, wow, this is really great. It really fed my passion of wanting to like help people, but it also helped me too. And then once I got into like a really comfortable spot, bodybuilding became really appealing. And I was like, ooh, I'm like, they look really good. Their muscles are just like glorious, and you're on the stage and you're competing. I call it a beauty pageant for strong girls. Like that was like, we're wearing heels and makeup and flexing, I was like right up my alley. The path to where you get with bodybuilding is so horrendous on your body. I killed myself doing it. I sapped my adrenals. My energy was non-existent unless I was pumping those chemicals in me. Pre-workout, I had proteins like crammed full of stuff. Thermal fat burners are the worst things for you, but everything that my coach told me, I did. And she is a coach. She's not a doctor. And nothing is regulated in that industry. They're like, hey, you want to look like us? This is what we do. And this is coming from, your friend in the gym that had some success with it. So I got to my peak in bodybuilding and I just felt like I was dying inside because I felt so awful, broken out, exhausted. I was constantly having to feed my energy in order to keep it up. And then when I just stopped, I decided I needed a break. I crashed so hard and I felt so awful. And it took me 1.5 years to rebalance everything because my hormones were out of whack. My adrenals said, no, thanks, we're out. Like this, we've seen what you do to you. Like, this is not cool. And can we just talk about cutting? Like you're not eating carbs. Like I think ketosis is great for the people that can do it. I am not able to do it. I love carbs. Like that's, I just can't do without it, without them. But I felt like so restricted. And like you look great is the problem. And then I had to notice what I was feeling on the inside. And when I noticed that, I was like, okay, I stopped doing everything. I returned to like a really holistic type of workout. I just ate really well. And then I didn't want to like track anything because like, the macros. If anybody's done bodybuilding or counted macros or done certain diets and things like that, like it is so taxing on not only your body, but your brain. I like to be a little more intuitive about it now. And so it brought me to the point where I just was done. So a little bit of fast forward, I had my babies. I love my babies. But like you were saying, everybody was saying, like, kids really take over. Who knew? Like, it's harder to get a workout in when you have a 3-year-old and a, 6-month-old running around. She's starting to walk, which is crazy. And it's like, I have to be on top of them. The kids really have taken away from my workouts, not to mention during my second pregnancy, I was so sick, I couldn't work out at all. So here I am feeling just really gross, really sad, really just not having a good time being where I am in life. And this was December. This is when like the switch flipped and I was like, something's got to change. Then here comes my girl showing me all of her amazing, like, not only like body weight loss, like she looks incredible, but she's like, I'm sleeping better. I'm in a better mood. I'm, feeling like elevated in my spirits like that. Like I needed that because let's be real, I don't get a lot of sleep. So when I get quality sleep, like I'm getting deeper REM sleep, like, hello, thank you. Like I need that. Like that is where it's at. And for me, I started feeling like inches melt away, which was like amazing. Like the love handles, goodbye. I haven't been able to achieve that in my workouts in such a long time, and I really enjoy that. One, it tastes good. Like if it didn't taste good, like I'm not here. I'm probably like, I love the Swiss cacao. That's like my favorite one. I do my little Mitoplex in there. I know, I love it though. I love chocolate. I know everybody has their favorite. That's what I've learned is everybody has their favorite. I love the Swiss cacao. I just had the True Passion today. It was amazing. And, so here I am 3 drinks in and I called my girl up. I said, how do I get in on this? How do I get in on this? Like, and she was like, oh girl, I got you. And then I was introduced to all these amazing people. And I just want to say that beyond the drink being amazing and all the benefits, like I remember the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell from biology. Like I totally remember that when you said that, and like it brought back so much for me, but you guys are so much a part of it for me too. Like, I feel like I got this Prove It family that's like amazing and so inclusive and so loving. And like, it was the thing that I was missing because I honestly got really depressed during this whole COVID thing. I got my babies, I got high-risk family members, and I'm just trying to do the best I can through all this craziness. And then you guys came along and you saved me. So, I just like, there's so many more things that came with Prove It than I ever thought would be imaginable. But the fact that I feel so good and that it's from my body doing the work, it's not some foreign chemical, like nasty something I'm putting in me because, someone's like, hey, this will make you look better. Like this makes me look and feel better from the inside out. So I'm sorry, 3 minutes is a lot. There's a very short time for me to be able to put my story into, but I'm just really grateful that you guys asked me to share. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, that's so powerful. Thank you so much for sharing, Jean. What a story. And yes, I mean, I'm telling you that sleep and recovery, every time I hear that, I'm like, that's a ticket, y'all. If you aren't sleeping well, drink some ketones and see how that REM changes because it really, really is a game changer. So I love to hear from other people who are fitness gurus and in the fitness industry. I, as a coach, am really passionate about sharing things that I have found that are healthy, all natural, and can help people accomplish results and optimize their performance, right? And so when I got the opportunity to start sharing this at a higher level, my goal was to reach out to as many people as I could and share this. Now, why? Because this product changes lives, right? This community changes lives. And so we are a community that is on a mission to help people live better and feel better, right? Become 1% better every single day. And we are actually a global company that's open in 28 different countries. which is amazing. We've been around for 6 years, and we're leading the ketone conversation by educating people, which is really, really important for me and for a lot of other people in the fitness industry. We have a full research and development team that's built of doctors, scientists, researchers who are always constantly doing new studies and research with our products, and they share it with us. They give us that science, they give us that information for us to be educated as well and to continue to educate other people. So we are a community that takes this and shares it, and we are compensated for that. So the first 2 people that you share it with, you can get your product for free. But if you want to start sharing this and at a higher level, helping people experience better energy, better mood, better performance, then you could be compensated for it as well. So what does that look like? What's it look like to be a promoter with us? Well, you get a full customer support team who deals with any kind of issues. If there's ever any issues with the product or the shipping, you get a warehouse that ships the product out for you. You get an entire legal team that backs you up. If for any reason there's ever any issues, you are fully covered. You get multiple different websites that are already built for you. You don't have to worry about building those out. We are always innovating and creating new technologies and new flavors. There's always a new flavor coming out. Actually, if you haven't yet tried or seen this one, stay tuned because this one might be coming around the corner soon. So we have a community full of leaders and simple systems that the leaders will teach you these simple systems that if you follow them, they work, right? That's what happened for me. I was in a position where I needed to make some quick cash. I had a leader who shared with me the simple systems. And because I was leadable, teachable, and coachable and followed the simple systems as they were laid out, I was able to get results. So we know that these systems work. So it's also a business that you can do full-time, part-time, and in the cracks of your day. There's a lot of moms on here. There's a lot of parents on here. There's full-time workers on here that do this business on the side in the cracks of their day. And it is super simple to do. It doesn't require all day working. It doesn't require any of that. You get to work from home or from your phone, wherever you are. Sometimes I like to work from the beach, or we like to travel to all different places every single month and meet up with the community and do all kinds of fun events. And you get the community. You get people who love on you and care about you and see more in you and support you and encourage you and really just help you to become the best version of yourself, step into your true, genuine, authentic self. And you get a vehicle that literally, if you wave a magic wand over this, your Prove It wand over these ketones, you can create anything that your heart desires here. This is a vehicle for you to design a life that is beyond your wildest dreams, and we can help you do that. So there are a few different ways to get started here in Prove It. The first is with a promoter membership that is $49. And I highly suggest if you grab that, you also grab yourself at least a box of ketones so you can start drinking them and experiencing better yourself. There is also the Brand Builder Mini Pack, which you can get started for $1. You can start your business for $1 and you can get your inventory of 100 servings, right? Where can you start a business for $1 as well as get inventory for, I believe it's $497. You can get your full stock of inventory. That's not even real, right? But I have something even better, y'all. You can get the Brand Builder Max Pack for 40% off. What does the Max Pack mean? You get 200 servings of ketones. You get started in your business for $1, 200 servings of ketones that you get to retail out in trial packs. You heard someone talk about a trial pack. Morgan said she dropped that little apple emoji and got her trial pack in her hand. We like to give out trial packs, sell trial packs to people so that they can get the ketones, they can try them, determine what flavor they like best, and then they can get started as a website customer. So as you retail those trial packs, you recoup the investment as well as make a cash profit because you're getting it for 40% off, y'all. Right now, you can get started for $1, get your max pack for 40% off, which is $780, recoup the investment and a cash profit, as well as get ketones into people's hands so they start experiencing better now, right? So super, super awesome way to get started. That's an unheard of discount. It's amazing. And that is going to give you other benefits as well, like getting started. For the first year, you will be recognized as a rank 5, which is a promotion. You get a whole promotion just getting started, more money faster. You also get some double bonuses, which is again, more money faster. And if you're like me, you like more money faster. So let's go further faster, right? So there's 3 types of people who are here tonight on this call. The first is someone who jumped on, is supporting and listened, but says, thanks, but no thanks. That was me. Maybe you know a couple of people, though, who could benefit from the information that was shared here tonight, whether it's the product information or the business opportunity. And we love referrals. So if you are that person, shoot those names of those people over to the person that invited you to this call tonight, or connect them in a group chat so that we can continue sharing this conversation and helping educate other people. The next type of person is someone who wants to get started on the product and test it out for themselves. Let their body be the lab, put these things to work in their fitness routine, implement them during their daily routine, see how they can optimize their performance, see how their workouts increase, their energy increases, their performance increases, their focus increases, and test the waters for themselves and see if this stuff is really all that we say that it is. And we love those type of people. We have those good, better, best bundles that you can get started with. And you can even share this with a couple friends and get your product next month for free. The third type of person on this call is somebody who sees the value in sharing this conversation and wants to jump on board with this community and start helping to educate more people, as well as has a passion for helping people experience better and better results. And so that would mean that you want to join us as being a brand builder and a Prove It promoter. And we are so welcoming you because our community is always growing and we are looking for that next new person who is ready to say yes to taking this conversation to the next level. So message the person who invited you to this call and let them know which option you are. If you're an option 1, thanks, but no thanks, here's some referrals. Option 2, you want to test this stuff out for yourself. And option 3, you'd love to join us in the community as a brand builder. And so I want to take a special thank you to each and every one of you for taking time out of your night tonight to jump on here with us and hear more about how ketones improved our health and fitness journeys. So I hope that you got something out of this call, and we will see you all soon on the road to better.